Right, so today's video I hope will be short because it's a film I've talked about many times over the years. In my YouTube life I've talked about this many times in various different videos for various different series, but it's the oldest film that I have of note that has a birthday this year, and it's 100 years old, and it's Nosferatu. I was going to say the vampire then. Just been talking to Bob about Nosferatu the vampire. No, Nosferatu 1922. 100 years old this year. If I was not doing this series type thing, I probably wouldn't make this video, because as I say, I've talked about this many times in many different various forms in videos. But Nosferatu, everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows the history of it, based on Dracula. Everyone knows about the Bram Stoker estate, and everyone knows everything about it by now. But when I watch these types of films, I try and put myself in the mindset of a 1922 person seeing this for the first time. And it is not scary. Some people may find it silly, a little bit goofy. But this was long before Alien, long before The Exorcist, Night of the Living Dead, even some of the 50s horror sci-fi films. Long before any of them, before Dracula, Frankenstein, you had this. So it's not scary. It does have creepy moments. It has quite a few creepy moments, and that is because of Max Schreck, who still to this day I've only seen one picture of out of his makeup. I've seen him in one other film that I didn't spot him, I didn't see him, so it doesn't really count. And I've never heard him speak, if any sound footage of him actually does exist. So Max Schreck, the guy that people thought was a real vampire back in the day. Watch Shadow of the Vampire to see more of that. He gives a lot of the creepiness of it. It does have an atmosphere, a foreboding feeling. Max Schreck is the star, because I would say it stars Max Schreck and a bunch of other people. I've watched it with both commentary tracks. I preferred one over the other. Massive Cinema Edition had this since 2014, and since then I've seen it 6 times. Now, I'd seen it before that on TV when it was unrestored, filled the entire screen, no black bars, and it had been attempted, although it looks like someone with no hands and used their teeth had attempted to colour it. So first time I watched it was this copy, 2014, and I've seen it, as I say, 6 times since, including tonight. Lots of creepiness, many scenes, many scenes, but there's one scene above all others that stand out, and it's this scene right here. That's always stuck with me. There's others as well, but that scene alone has stuck with me. Now, of course, there's the famous scene where the shadow of the vampire goes up the stairs and he extends his hand and he goes into the room. I'd known about that long before I seen the film, long before. So when I watched this and we were getting towards the end, I was thinking, am I thinking of the right film here? Was that shadow in this film? Then I was thinking, yeah, I look online, it was. Has it been cut from this? Have Massive Cinema cut that out? The bastards, have they? And then towards the end, up he creeps and into the door with his fingers extending, in he goes. The famous scene. It's a very good film. It spawned a remake in 1979. Klaus Kinski, Werner Herzog. The same but different. All sound. They used the names Dracula and all that stuff. He looks like Max Schreck, white face, but it's sound, and there's just a weirdness, a dreamy, like poetic state to that film. And I go back and forth. Where do I like this one? Do I like the '79 film? Well, it's usually whichever one I've just watched. That's the one I like, and that's the one I've just watched. 100 years old. And I think to myself, will people be watching this in 21, 22? You know, in another 100 years when we're all dead and gone, will people still be watching this? And will people like us still be finding it creepy? I don't know. I'll never find out. No one will be around to know. But happy birthday to Nosferatu.